On the show today, we're talking about how restaurants make you spend money and how the worst movie in the world is making the most money. How's that possible? We'll get into it.
Check 1, 2. Oh, got my golden Peter Pan pants on.
I don't think there's anything wrong with these pants, actually.
They're brown. I've never seen.
Is that a problem?
No, I like them. I just never seen.
And I'm wearing full-length socks for you, so you should be happy with me.
Yeah,
Jax has an issue with sockettes. I don't know what the problem is.
I find
ankle socks. What's the deal?
I find it weird that because your feet are so hot that they seem too little of a sock for such a hot foot. Yeah, that's my problem with them.
Well, that's why I kept them small, so that way the foot can let off steam. Otherwise, it gets a little.
Don't say steam.
It gets a little footy down there. You know what I'm saying?
Don't say steam. Let's do that. Let's do the show. Let's do the show.
Okay, done. So listen, last week was. I'm actually like blown away by some of the reactions to it. It's pretty great. And we got a couple questions, and later on in the show, we're going to do another version of does Jax know this person from the East Coast?
Did somebody else?
Oh yeah, and they were quite detailed. But weirdly enough, and I'll explain it to you in a second. They said. They basically gave us a whole bunch of hints and the guy's first name, but did not give me the last name. So even if you get it right, I have no way to know if it's the right person. It's a very East Coast way to handle it. I'm telling you.
We'll know in our hearts.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, God, yeah. That is mysterious and vague and makes me a little nervous in a good way.
So something I love about Jax, if you don't know her that well, is, obviously she's funny and adorable and everybody loves her, but
she's sexy.
There's also this Jax has this thing where she feels guilty about everything, and there's like a guilt.
It's deep.
Like she's not even Catholic, and it's like the guilt is nuts. It's crazy. You might as well be. It's deep, like you don't even need to be baptized.
It's deep Dartmouth shame, man.
And I love that we're coming off of Easter, and we're talking about this because of Jax's guilt. I can't do it because she knows me too well, but strangers can totally wrap Jax around her finger and manipulate her and let her and make her do whatever.
Please don't.
Right?
Please don't manipulate
but they can.
me.
But you can.
Don't
you
do
can.
this.
Just appeal to guilt, right?
Yeah.
If you've got a parent that guilts you, do it to Jax. She's yours.
Okay.
Now, this one I love because this is how restaurants get you to spend more money. And you being guilty Jax, I think especially there's a couple of these that I think you're going to instantly identify with. And be like, I have totally done this. Okay. So the first thing is, for example, when you go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
And there is one item, usually it's like a steak or something, or some sort of crazy fish or whatever, marked like double the price of everything else.
It's like the big entree, the special of the day.
That's right.
But not a good not a good price special.
Not a good price special. Yeah, but it's like or it's just a monster part of the thing. Yeah. The reason for that is that it makes everything else look like it's a good deal. So there's, in a lot of cases,
that's so sneaky.
They're not expecting you to even order it or ever have it ordered. I mean, I'm sure they're happy if you do, but it's so that everything else you feel really, really good about.
That's because if I see, there's a $78 steak on the menu, I'm
this $45 plate of pasta?
Yeah, this $45 chicken is excellent. What a saver I am. Aren't I savvy? Look at me go on a budget, lady on a budget. It's true though. And I can think like I was at a restaurant 2 weekends ago where I saw and I was like, I would never spend that much money on a steak, but I will spend it on this. And I was being jerked around.
What did you get?
Like I got the chicken. And because I love chicken.
Okay, but you can't go to a restaurant and get chicken. That's the rule.
No, you can't. That's not a rule.
You know that's the rule, right?
No, it's not.
Anybody can make chicken at home. If you're going out to a restaurant, you got to do something else. You got to do like if you go to an Italian restaurant, like you're going pasta, you're going pizza, you're going whatever. You can't do chicken when you go out.
Yeah.
That is because you can have chicken at home. Why would you go out and have chicken?
I can have anything at home if I put my mind to it. So why am I having anything at a restaurant?
Well, because I don't think you're going to be able to match some of the like crazy dishes. You're not going to go buy yourself duck. And cook that up.
I don't even know where to buy duck. I don't even
exactly.
I don't go to stores that even offer duck.
So like other things that you would try, venison or whatever. I don't know. I'm just naming weird stuff. Why are you saying
all this weird meat? No, okay.
It's
but I can't make chicken like some people can. Like I can't make chicken.
You can't make a blackened chicken I can't make it like Joey Tomatoes does.
I can't make jerk chicken. I can't make jerk chicken like anybody can. I'm sure I could try, but I definitely can't make jerk chicken.
That's fair.
Greek chicken, absolutely not. I'm going up on the Danforth. I'm ordering chicken, or I'm ordering lamb. Okay, I'm getting souvlaki. I can't pronounce it, but my God, it's good. And
but a gyros.
I will eat anything that somebody else cooks for me.
Really?
And I will say, yum, this is much better than I could have done.
It's the people that go to like a big steakhouse and like, yeah, I'll have the chicken breast. And you're like, what? One of my best friends, he took his wife, I think for their anniversary to one of the big steakhouses here in Toronto where we record. And she ordered hilarious. She was like, and he was kind of offended by this. She ordered the grilled cheese.
Stop.
But it was like a steakhouse high-end grilled cheese.
A little baby grill.
And it was tomato soup too, which by the way is one of my favorite combos. Grilled cheese and then a tomato soup.
Yeah,
delicious.
Cold rainy day.
And 100% cold rainy day, right?
Yeah.
And she said it was the greatest grilled cheese she'd ever had and does not regret ordering it. And he's sitting across from her eating the steak that's 3 times the price, going, what's wrong with you? We're here to, like, this is supposed to be something that you can't make at home, right?
You know what though? Maybe switch that. What's wrong with him? Maybe she saw the grilled cheese on there and she thought, what a good deal. And
I mean, I think it's for kids, I'll be honest with you.
Well, that's what I was what's this baby menu? Like, which brings me to, if you go out on a date and somebody orders like non-ironically off the kids menu, is that a no for you?
Oh, I don't care. I don't usually care. I you know what? I dated somebody once who like was really restricted in their eating, and not because they were like, trying to lose weight or anything. They only ate bad food. It's like one of the skinniest people I've ever, these people that can just throw anything, did not eat vegetables very much. Like loved hot dogs, loved chicken fingers.
I'll have a chicken nugget. Yeah,
100%. But it made it hard when we went to restaurants because like if there were no chicken nuggets on the menu or chicken fingers or something, she wouldn't eat.
Fussy girl.
Yeah. So I after a while I was like, this is not going to work for me. Like
my nephew's like that.
It wasn't the reason we ended up breaking up, but it was.
My nephew's like that, and I worry about when he gets when he dates. He's 12, but I've only ever seen him eat chicken nuggets, really. And my brother and his wife like try to feed him different things, but he's a very particular eater. And I say, Braxton, what are you going to do when you want to date, someone?
Well, some guys don't come into it until they're in their 20s.
TJ, our old co-host, only ate chicken nuggets, really.
And our good friend and a friend of mine, obviously business partner of mine too, Jesse Blake.
Yeah, he didn't eat vegetables till he was 28.
He worked with us on Virgin Mornings, but he didn't. He really, like when I met him, did not eat vegetables, and now that's all he eats. Like he is a very, very healthy
When
eater.
I first met him, he got a slice of pizza tattooed on the inside of his lip when we were working at Kiss.
Yeah.
You know what?
You ready to find out how else you've been?
Yeah, sorry, fussy men. Okay.
Okay, so here's another one. If you walk up to, this is where Jax gets got. Okay, she gets caught. This is they interviewed a restaurateur about this. Said this restaurateur noted that if you walk up to the cashier's counter and see that there's money in the tip jar, a customer will likely feel obligated, Jax, to add to it, thinking it's customary. However, usually the staff has stuffed the collection box to pressure you. So it's not, so if you see it full, it's usually not because if it's empty, it looks like, oh, well, no one's tipping, so I don't have to tip.
Give me a plexiglass clear box. I don't even read what's on it. I say, here you go. Because I'm like, this box needs it. This little plexiglass box needs my help.
Do you not feel a little bit like you especially, you would be the type of person I feel like who would tip at the table and then tip at that box too. Like that's where
maybe. Okay. maybe
because it is that little splash of guilt on the way out. It definitely, I feel it for sure.
I think about if I've undertipped after I leave establishments all the time. I'm like, was that enough?
What's the going rate now for tipping?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like it used to be just a flat 15%. And now they hand you the debit machine and it's like, do you want to tip 20, 25 or 85%?
I tip at Subway. I tip at like fast food places now too.
Well, that's a Nova Scotia thing.
Why?
So, okay. For people that don't know, like, and we have listeners literally in a bazillion different countries.
Yeah.
In
worldwide.
There's a lot of, well, it's true.
Yeah.
So in Nova Scotia, something that I learned when I lived there was you tip at the Tim Hortons drive-thru.
Yeah.
or you tip at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And it's like you drop like a couple quarters or whatever, right? It's nothing crazy.
Keep the change, yeah.
Yeah, but I had never experienced that. And I remember I was driving my friend Zach around. We wanted to stop for coffee because we were caffeine addicts. And we both ordered a couple of larges and whatever. And I just drove off. And he said, "What are you thinking?"
Yeah, you're a maniac.
And I said, "What are you talking
Very
about?"
rude.
He's like, "You didn't tip at the
Very rude.
Dang it." I was like, "What?
Yeah.
Where? At Tim Hortons?"
Yeah.
And yet that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's a thing. And now I'm finding like if I go into a local coffee shop or even like a chain coffee shop and just order from the counter, they're like, "Well, how much do you want to tip us?" And I'm like, wait a second. Hold on. What?
Yeah.
And because you didn't used to tip at fast food and now they're making that the
It's a
option.
huge thing now. And also, did you know, I'm pretty sure, the robot stands at Tim Hortons that you could beep, boop, boop, order off them.
Yeah.
They ask you to tip and I say, you are a human.
Yeah, you're not a person.
But then I'm like, the people making the coffee are.
So here's the thing.
I tip the robot because I'm scared.
I want to know if I'm going to tip. I want to know that it's actually going to those
and
people.
not to the robot.
Because or the robot, or it's just like, because you know the big corporations, they'll be like, yeah, we're going to take 50% of all tips just for fun. Like I want to know if I'm going to tip at a restaurant, I have no problem doing that. That's easy.
Yeah.
But like when I walk into a major chain.
Yeah.
If I'm tipping you and it's not cash, right? Like in Nova Scotia, again, it's like leave an extra $1 or something like that in cash. If I need to know that that's going into a pool that gets paid out that night.
You know who I'm surprised? Shoppers. They're going to start asking for tips next.
No.
Shoppers is, I can feel it coming.
Yo, man,
Shoppers and Loblaws.
Just pay people. Just pay people. It's not that hard.
No robots and no CEOs. Anybody else I'll give tips to.
Okay, so another trick at the restaurant that they're using to get you to spend more money is that, and this is especially, you remember the millennial burger joint trend that was going on TikTok, which is like, uncomfortable stools and exposed brick walls and everybody sits at a communal
Lumineers
table.
playing gently in the background.
Garlic aioli for your french fries.
I love
we've
garlic
deconstructed
aioli.
the burger and we were going to put lettuce on it instead and whatever. So there is so when you see these daily special handwritten sign that is like, ooh, special, it's probably been a special for weeks.
Adam, don't like this. Is
the staff is hoping that the handmade sign makes you believe that it's limited and fresh because obviously you would be going in there every day and cleaning it off and then writing a new special on it.
I thought the special board was real. I think that's nice. It's nice to know that
sometimes it's too nice to be real. I'm like, you can't tell me that chalk. Some people are like beautiful chalk artists, and I'm like, no. You hired somebody for this. I don't believe this.
Why can't we just have this? Like, there's so much darkness in the world. Why can't I have a chalk sign?
Well,
Adam,
just know that it's been the same special for a few weeks.
These hell lists, these angry, sad lists.
Okay. Every server does this.
What?
And it encourages you to spend money. When your server approaches the table asking if you want still or sparkling water. That is intended to lead you to choose one of the likely costlier options instead of drinking free tap water.
When did this, I've been thinking about, this has been on my mind. Mm-hmm. When did this option become a thing? Because like you used to just get water.
Yeah.
They bring water
and
to
they
the
would
table.
just bring it.
And now it's still sparkling river, ocean. Like it's like, but no, I'm tired of it. And it's like, and I didn't know that it was extra money until the first time I saw the bill and I was like, Jesus.
And ordering water is like a flow chart now, right? Because it's like, do you want water? Yes. Do you want sparkling or tap? I'll take sparkling. Okay. Do you want San Pellegrino or do you want the house? Like, it's like, and I'm like, wait a second. Do I have to pay for the San Pellegrino? Like where?
And you can't say, is it extra? Because that makes you look.
That makes you look cheap.
You're cornered.
Yes.
It's a water corner.
Yes.
It's true. It's a trap.
It's a water corner.
Yeah, it's a trap.
But it's like 40 steps to order water now.
Could you imagine being on a date and then it was like still or sparkling, and then your date's like, is the sparkling extra? You probably judge them, but like that's a valid question. I want to know, is the water more?
Unless you're both cheap. Right?
Yeah, you got to find somebody. Yeah.
Frugal man.
Yeah.
I got you. I see you.
A little frugal girl.
Okay. Once you take a peek at the menu, and this is something that's come up in the last 10 years, especially.
Okay.
When you look at the menu and you look at the price next to it, right? What from the price is usually missing? This is a hard question, but just take a guess.
What from the price?
Yeah. So if you see you'll see oh, it's risotto, and it'll be like ... And then it'll be the number. You know what you never see?
What?
You know when you go to a store and it's like, it's $24.99 or it's $24.
They never put the cents
They never do that.
on.
You know what else they don't do? they don't put the $ up or the pound sign or whatever it is
Why?
Because
Adam.
Because
what a mystery.
because apparently that screams money, as in you're paying. Whereas the 24, like let's say it's $24.
They just put 24.
They just put 24. They put ... 24.
They want to make it seem like it's not about money.
Yeah, it's just that's 24.
It's like the steak.
It's elevated. And you know what?
I hate it.
It differentiates it from like a car dealership or like Walmart, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, this is only $24.99. They could just say 25, but it's like a hard sell thing.
A lot of numbers.
Whereas this pulls it back. It's a little bit more of an elegant way.
Refined.
Hey, you're going to spend too much and you are going to so enjoy it. You're going to love it.
I want it to be so cheap. I need to know the cents, you know?
Like, yes.
Yeah. I want, yeah. Like,
Now, okay. Last one. And I love this one. You ever been in a restaurant and you can barely hear the person?
Yes, I get so overstimulated.
Well, I think that happens to you all the time, actually.
What?
Because you're tremendously cooler than I am, and I think part of that is
That's not true.
I'm at home. No, it is true. It's obviously true. What are you talking about? Why are you lying?
Well, what am I supposed to say to that?
No, it's not true.
No, I think we're cool in different ways.
No. And I'm fine with that. One of the things about me is that like Jesse, we bring up a friend of ours.
You got a crush?
Who, he told me once, he's like, you're going to hit your prime in like your 50s. And I think that's right. Like that is who I am. I'm totally comfortable with that. But Jax goes out and she does things and she's like, oh, I'm at a rave and I'm at a sober rave and I'm DJing a set. No, like that's what she does, right? And I'm on the weekend and I'm like, I'm watching hockey and going to bed at 10.
I've never DJed a sober rave, but I've been to many raves and I am sober.
100%.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, I'm gonna go do this. Like I noticed yesterday for Easter, you were out with a friend just having a picnic and exchanging Easter bunnies.
In a parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just do cool stuff, right? Whereas like, people with kids don't have time to be cool or have cool stuff.
Well, that's why I don't have kids. So I can go and have parking lot picnics, you know?
So when you're at a restaurant and they are playing loud music, right? What are they trying to do?
Drown your thoughts out.
No.
What?
Well, maybe drown your thoughts out a little bit, but I think that's a side effect. They're trying to get you to go. Faster music, louder music makes you eat faster. Slower music makes you stay longer. So when you go to a steakhouse, like in Toronto, we've just got this restaurant, and Jackson and I have been to it. It's called Harbor 60. And it is like one of the top restaurants in the country.
Fancy, yeah.
Very fancy. But you can take Harbor 60 or Ruth's Chris or whatever. You can apply it to your town, your city, whatever. Everybody's got that very nice shishi restaurant with the white tablecloths and whatever.
Yeah.
The reason the music's low there is because it's a multi-course meal. And they want you to get comfortable.
They want you to stay.
And they want you to stay and keep spending.
And
especially spending on booze.
And didn't we stay?
We stayed.
We stayed.
But we didn't spend money on booze, did we?
No, we did not.
No.
You had a
We must have been disappointed at the server.
And you know what? That's like, it's like low. A soft saxophone I hear in the distance.
It's like Sade's greatest hits.
Yes. Yeah. It's like,
this is no, and you're like, this is no ordinary love, Sade.
It's like, stay a little while, spend more money.
Yeah.
Interesting, but like you're at Sneaky D's and you can't hear out of your right ear.
100%.
And they're like, in and out,
yeah, because they're like, here's your nachos, get out, you know?
And I'm like, I'd like to stay because the nachos are great. Service is great. Adam, you're
is that great?
Adam, wild. This is some wild info.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay.
It's good. Now, I want to ask because I'm theming this show around going out a little bit. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Going out. So the second part of this.
Are you stirring your coffee?
I'm stirring
cup?
my coffee. When was the last time you went out and saw a movie outside of us? Because we went and saw a TV show last week with Paramount.
Yes.
But I want to know when the last movie you saw in theater was. And Steph, you too. When was the last time you went and saw a movie in theater?
The last movie I saw in theater was Wicked.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's like, isn't that like 3 hours
Dancing
long?
Through Life.
No, I don't think it was 3 hours. Maybe it was like 2 hours.
2 hours? Okay.
Yeah.
It is fantastic.
Is it good?
I hate musicals, and it was fantastic.
Natalie told me it was really good. She watched it with
wonderful.
Everly. Okay. All right. Everly, my daughter. Natalie, my wife, in case anybody doesn't know.
The
I should
gals,
mention that.
Yeah. They have names and they are part of your family.
That's right.
Yeah.
So when was the last movie you saw? Miss Sober Rave, I'm out till 2 a.m.
This isn't going to be what you expect, but I saw Baby Girl.
Really?
Yep, with my family in Tallahassee, Florida.
Wow.
So I went, it's quite a sexual movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I went and I saw it with my Auntie Anne.
Who's that? That's with Nicole Kidman. And she starts sleeping with an intern at the office, right?
She's so beautiful. Like, yeah, I saw it with my Auntie Anne and I saw it with my cousin Caroline and then Caroline's daughter Hunter. And Hunter was like, what am I doing here with my family? We went and saw it on Boxing Day.
Yeah. It's
an intimate movie to see with your family.
It's super weird watching sex scenes with your family. Like I remember my mom and I were watching Homeland once, and there's like a car sex scene that comes out of nowhere, and I was just like, okay, like Game of Thrones, you're not watching with your family.
How old
right?
were you?
I was 25 whenever that show was popular.
What are you doing? Just hanging out?
Well, we were just hanging out on a Saturday. She's like, you got to try this show, Homeland, blah, 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 blah. And then Claire Danes' character falls in love with the guy who might be a terrorist, might not be, you know what I mean, from that first season. And they're like in a Burger King parking lot.
Picturing you on a Saturday afternoon watching Homeland with your mother at 25 years old, it tickles me.
Well,
it tickles my fancy.
I was hungover, I think. And I was like, what else am I doing?
Stars, just like us.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, okay. So it's been a while for both of you guys seeing the movie, because really theaters are struggling to get people out, right?
Yeah.
And in terms of what,
don't charge me $80 and I'll come. Well, sorry, like honestly,
that's part of the reason why they're so expensive.
Yeah,
because no one's going.
I know.
And so it's funny. There's a movie that Natalie and Everly are going to today that Everly cannot wait to watch.
What's she seeing?
And it is considered like when the critics, because they always give it to the critics first, and go, what do the critics think? And then the ratings for the movie come out, and then the movie's released, right? It's usually like embargoed, and then on the Thursday or whatever, Thursday night, it comes out at midnight, whatever. So this movie was panned. Critics said this is terrible. There is no storyline here. This is not a good movie. This is just what they call an IP movie. An IP movie is like something that's based in something else. So like the Avengers were a comic book, right?
Mm-hmm. They just want to get the IP.
Dune was a novel, right? Those are IP movies.
Yeah.
Minecraft has been leading the box office. With Jack Black and Jason Momoa. It's the biggest movie in the world. It's going to be one of the biggest hits of the season. And it is widely considered one of the worst movies. That it made $80 million like 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah.
And so every time, so there's the whole thing, and I'm sure you've seen this on TikTok too. There is the whole thing every time you hear a specific line from the trailer. So there's a line from the trailer where Jack Black says chicken jockey.
Yeah.
So people are freaking out in the theaters every time that comes on, and they're throwing popcorn and throwing pop and whatever. Have you seen these?
No, I'm
so
not.
They'll be like chicken jockey, and then people literally whip their popcorn across the room.
I'm not on Minecraft talk. I'm not. It doesn't come up. It doesn't come up for me, Adam. It doesn't come up for me.
Well, I thought it was really interesting because people are trying to get kicked out of this movie.
That's so bad.
That's the intent.
Yourselves.
They want to. And so before the movie starts, and remember, there are kids there.
Everly's going to be there.
Everly's going to be there. Now
safe.
it's a couple of weeks. I purposely held this story because I was going to do it last week, but I thought, let's hold it. Let's let this story actually mature and get older, because I was like, I wanted to talk about sort of the fallout. And I did a little research, and this sort of movie trends thing has been going on a little bit. Do you remember the Gentle Minions? So when the last Despicable Me came out,
that was nice.
People started dressing like gentlemen and going to the movies.
I think that's
and they
quite
would call
dapper.
themselves the Gentle Minions.
Yeah, that's cute. That's nice.
Yeah.
Going and throwing popcorn and pop. Whatever happened to kids drinking in the woods? You know what I mean? It's like, don't go.
Yeah, can't you do something that teenagers actually do? Like, drink in the woods?
Go get drunk in the woods like I did.
Yeah.
But no, it's like that. I like the Gentle Minions, and there was a lot of really good I was on that side of TikTok. A lot of good TikToks coming out about that.
And or the people that go to Pitbull's concert with bald caps on.
Girls' night out. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
and by the way, he loves it too.
Of course he does.
Pitbull regularly says, if you got a bald cap on and you're wearing a suit and glasses, he's like, thank you so much. Like, it's so amazing that you're here.
That has helped him. I mean, his extensive his catalog's massive, so he'll always be relevant. But like, it definitely helped him like stay on top of all the girlies going out. Like,
no question.
Yeah,
also, like let's be honest, his music is silly, but in the best way.
Adam loves Pitbull.
I freaking love Pitbull.
Adam loves Mr. Worldwide. Loves Mr. Worldwide.
The anthem was the song that it got me, and then You can't stop the party.
You can't stop the party, and nor should you try.
No, you should never attempt to stop the party.
No, you should not try.
So this movie is known as probably the worst movie of the year.
I've seen
and
it.
Yet it is the highest grossing. And so I wanted to know what the worst movie you've ever seen that you absolutely love is.
I mean, like,
because everybody's got one.
Like, I love any Bridget Jones film.
They're bad.
Deeply. No,
They're
stop
so
it.
bad.
I love it.
My mom loves Bridget Jones too. And
you know
she
what?
loves Colin Firth.
And I'll go watch a film with her on a Saturday afternoon. No, I love Bridget Jones. It's like, especially the first one. After it kind of just, but I will still watch them. I also like, I hate, like, the Sex and the City movies are awful. Did I watch both of them? Is there 2? Yeah, there's 2.
Well,
they're fantastic.
The And Just Like That series is so bad.
It is awful.
It's
and I
crazy
watched
bad.
every second of it.
Me too. I've watched every, because I had a
new
girlfriend
season coming out
in my early 20s who had every Sex in the City VHS.
Yeah.
Remember they used to come out
Yes.
VHS? And those were expensive.
Yeah.
Get them from Costco. And so I had to, she's like, you got to watch these. You have to watch these if you want to understand women. Now you watch them, they're pretty dated.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And then so I'm like, okay, I guess I got to watch the And Just Like That series. There's no magic in it, eh? Like, there's nothing about it that's
so much
snappy and fun. It's just kind of depressing.
There's so much money and there's not much else going on.
There's no content.
They are trying to really, because obviously Sex and the City was of a certain time and they had made a few mistakes.
What they call, quote unquote, today problematic.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was the attitude at the time.
That was the attitude.
Know.
And they're trying to make good, which is fantastic. However, they're trying to make good on like 9 mistakes per episode. So it just like seems
I just spilled coffee on myself.
Oh, let me come get it. Let me come get it.
No, they are. It's like
they're trying to fix. It feels a bit performative at times. Yeah, well, with the fashion, the filming, like
it should be called and Just Like That. We're so sorry. Like literally brutal.
That is really good, Adam. That's pretty catchy.
Okay, so you have Bridget Jones. Stephanie, what's yours?
Oh my God, I'm trying to think.
You think about it.
We'll circle back with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It's hard to say because I don't think they're bad movies. And I feel like objectively.
What is it?
They're classics.
She's going to say Twilight.
Oh my God. No, I mean, I did like Twilight.
Okay, no, those are bad movies. They're poorly acted, poorly constructed.
I'm going to shut your mic off.
The only thing that's good is in that last movie, the sequence that becomes that's like a dream sequence and you think everybody's dead and then they're not.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoiler. I was like, whoa.
What a twist.
Yeah. But it was bad. Anyway, continue.
The Lizzie McGuire movie.
Oh my God.
It's the best.
I didn't even know there was a movie.
It's not a bad movie. It's the best movie.
I didn't even know there was a movie. I love Lizzie McGuire, but I didn't know she had a movie.
Oh.
It's
I
the
don't know
best.
if she needed a movie.
Guys, we should watch it.
No.
She goes to Italy.
You know what?
It's
I'm
wonderful.
sick that day. Sorry.
No.
We gave Steph a microphone and now she's abusing it.
I know.
Yes, now she's using it for bad.
So I'm going to go with, I have notoriously terrible taste in movies, but I love Transformers, the original one with Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox. It's terrible. It's a little sexist. It's super stupid.
A little sexist.
But I
softly sexist.
love that.
I know. No.
Listen, they wrote that for a guy like me, for like young boy who thinks Megan Fox who was like, I was obsessed with Megan Fox. Everybody was.
Yeah.
She had like, that summer she was like head of like
she was
top
everywhere.
of Maxim magazine.
Yeah, she was
whatever.
everywhere.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I remember that and be like, this is great. And I go back and I watch it now and go, this is terrible. Another franchise that does really well with this, by the way, are the Fast and Furious movies. They're so bad and yet they're great. There's something about them.
I don't watch anything with like these Avengers and superhero movies and cars turn it into people and people turn it into cars.
So the Avengers thing, I get. Because even Marvel fans are like, okay, like at this point, enough. Like it's not compelling anymore.
I don't want that universe. I want the Bridget Jones universe.
Mm-hmm.
I want any universe that doesn't have anything. No speeding. No, I don't want any machines speeding.
No
I don't
machine
want,
speeding.
No machine speeding. No machines being evil either. Not for me. I'm out.
All right. So now there's another movie I want you to watch out for. Okay. This should come in our recommendation section, but I haven't seen it yet, so I can't recommend it. Okay.
Fast and Furious 40.
No, it's Michael B. Jordan's new movie.
Oh.
Have you seen this?
Is it an action film?
No, it's a horror film. And it's getting crazy reviews. Yeah. So it's called Sinners. And it's about a couple of black twins in 1930s United States. and basically try to leave
so
their
hot.
troubled lives behind. Twin brothers return to their hometown to start again, only to discover there's an even greater evil waiting for them to welcome them
Haley
back.
Steinfeld's in it?
Yes. And it is like
Jamie Lawson.
so people are seeing this movie and they are saying like, so this movie got a little bit of promo, but it did $60 million at the box office. And in movie terms, without the IP, like without something to fall back on, that is a crazy number.
They look so scared.
Oh yeah.
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 Oh
yeah.
Okay.
And apparently it's like, oh God, they're saying this could be like movie of the year, like could be horror nomination for like best picture.
I don't like I don't like horror movies to begin with, but I would maybe watch this at home. I would never see any horror film in a theater. I don't want to be uncomfortable.
Did you see Get Out?
No.
You didn't see Get Out? You didn't see Us? And
absolutely not.
So the Jordan Peele movies?
No.
Okay.
And I know they're good. I know they're fantastic. No.
Because Get Out kind of started this way. Get Out was like, Get Out's not, is it scary? There are scary moments, but it's not like, it's mentally, it's mental anguish. Like you're just hanging onto your seat because you're like you feel what the character feels. And that's what is so great about that movie is that it's just so unbelievable and yet so believable and yet so terrifying. And that's what makes it terrifying is that it's believable. Does that
I
make
like
sense?
films like the where you feel. I like horrors that are so. It's not about like spooky. Like it's not jumping out. You're so like Midsommar. Like,
Yes.
I like Midsommar. Like
so it's a little more online. Like there are jump scares, but it's not like The Ring where the girl's crawling out of the TV and stuff like that.
No Ring for me. Don't like her. She in her nightgown.
Yeah.
No,
It's like, man, dude, somebody give that kid a towel.
Yeah,
She's
go to
wet.
bed.
Yeah,
go to bed.
This movie, I think, is going to be along the lines of like a Get Out, where it starts a little bit sort of lower, although 60 million is amazing at the box office for an original, especially these days. This movie might do better in week 2. They're saying it's going to be crazy, so you should be on the lookout for that. Because
you said there's a rule. Sorry, like they want to make double the budget.
Yeah. So the way that any movie's made, so you have to look at. So if they tell you that the general cost is say $90 million,
that's exactly it's 90 million USD. Yeah.
Sinners cost 90 million. So the general rule in the movie industry is you spend at least that much marketing it.
Interesting.
So for them to break even, you got to hit 180 million. Now, there's many ways to do that. You don't just do that in the theater. Ideally, you do.
Yeah.
Because then you've paid all your bills back. And then once it goes to a streaming service or people can buy or rent it digitally or physically, then it's extra cash, right? That's all profit. So basically in its first weekend, and I don't know that it got 90 million in promo. That's usually what you do, but maybe it didn't. It probably, you're probably a third of the way there just in making your money back in 1 week. 1 week. Which is crazy.
I would go see it with you. Would you? If we got popcorn.
We can get popcorn.
We could go.
Yeah.
Will you drive me there?
Sure.
I like when you pick me up. Okay.
Yeah, you always make fun of my pickup truck, but you don't mind getting it.
Did I not go buy a truck right after you got one?
See?
I was influenced.
See?
It makes me feel powerful.
It is. There is something muscular about it, but you have to be careful with that power. It's great responsibility comes with the power.
As it always is.
Yeah, you don't want to be. So here's the thing. I own I call it my big stupid truck. It's big, it's stupid. Everybody talks about, oh, you don't need it. I don't.
He doesn't.
But I got it and I love it. And the one thing you don't want to be is the stereotype.
Yeah.
So like, they have that thing about like BMW drivers. They're like,
which is
they're
true.
Constantly whispering in your ear because they're right behind you.
Yeah. I've never heard that line.
Yeah. It's like in person and on the road.
I've never heard that line. That's really funny. I'm like, you are inside my car.
Whether you're at the club or you're driving. They're the type of people that come up and just they invade your person. Yeah. Oh, hey there.
That's really funny.
Do you want to move to the side so I can speed past you?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah. You don't want to be the BMW stereotype. You don't want to be, in my case, Ford F-150 stereotype, which is I'm gonna elbows out on the road. This is my road now. Like that's not how we operate, especially in a city where we all got to get along to go along. You know what I mean? So I don't drive like that.
Are you sure?
I think I don't drive like that. I think I will. I'm a swift maneuverer, and I can parallel park that thing within an inch of its life.
You really can.
In Toronto,
really
do you know how hard it is to park an F-150 anywhere at any time? And yet, I'm always good.
You kind of drive like you're an emergency vehicle, but you aren't.
It's because I'm speedy.
Yeah, you're like a fire truck, but you're not. You know?
See, I'm not fast. I'm quick. That's the difference.
I've seen you fly down Richmond. I've seen you.
Well, that's probably because I was late for work.
Yeah, I've seen you, and I'm like, this is. He's
and
going
that would
to
be like 3 a.m.
lift off into outer space. Yeah, I've seen you take that guy to that old girl to the limit.
Yes. Well.
Right.
Anyway. So listen, we've got the interview coming up. We got Left on Red now.
It's officially the interview now.
Well, people are warming up to it. They keep telling me in the comments how great it is.
So many comments, hundreds of comments saying that name is awesome.
Left on Red starts now. All right, let's welcome Clara to Left on Red. Clara has been seeing Tim for a few weeks and is wondering why he's left her on red. Clara, how have those dates been going?
Yeah, hi guys. The dates were going really well, which is why I reached out. Tim's a really kind and handsome, funny guy, and I told him I thought we had great chemistry, and he said that he did too. And so I'm not sure what happened.
Okay, so everything was smooth sailing. Did you guys have any like little fights or anything awkward happen or anything that you can think of?
No, not really. Like that's why it's so weird. I'm sitting at home after the last time we went out. We kissed goodbye, and he said he'd text me the next day, and he never did. And I texted him a couple of times, but I got nothing back.
Okay. So when we call, your goal here is sort of just like a reconnection, get you back together and maybe get the ball rolling again.
Yeah, honestly, that would be awesome.
Okay. Let's make the call.
Hello?
Hi, Tim. It's the Adam Wylde and Jack Show. We're conducting a dating survey, and we were wondering if you could answer a few quick questions. We'd love to put you in our draw for our huge grand prize. Would you be interested?
Sure.
Excellent. So we'll start off with this. It's Jack's, by the way. What is your relationship status?
Single.
Okay. And have you been single for more than a month, or how many days have you been single? I don't know.
Just about a month. I've been actually kind of dating somebody, but yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like something. What's the yeah for?
Well,
like how's it going?
It's going fine, but I kind of I'm not proud of this, but I did kind of let it lapse, if you know what I mean. I just kind of let it fizzle out.
As you let okay.
Hey,
no,
he's trying to be honest with us.
No, I was being honest too.
This is her this is how she makes fun of me. So don't you, Tim, you and I are together on this.
Tim, I just want to know, like, how did it fizzle? How did you disappear? Did she disappear? What happened? How did it fizzle?
God, okay. I don't want this to come across as mean, but she was just like a little sheltered.
Sheltered how?
I'm a big traveler. It's like what I do. I work so I can travel. It is my passion. And Clara's never left the province, like ever, not even a road trip.
Wow. Thanks, Tim. That's really great.
Is that Clara?
Oh, it absolutely is Clara. What the hell is wrong with you?
Okay.
You can't even send me a text.
Clara's here on the phone.
I know. I'm sorry. It was wrong. I should have sent you a text. I apologize.
No, and look, for the record, I have everything I need in Ontario. Why the hell would I leave? There's plenty of places to go.
I mean, Ontario is much bigger than you think.
Yeah, it's huge.
It is. It's a lot of northern.
Bigger than most countries.
It is.
It's fine. It's just like you've never even been to Buffalo, and that's only like 90 minutes away.
I love Buffalo.
Who the hell would go to the States right now?
Honestly, though, true.
Okay, right now, but what about like the 26 other years, where the States were fun and,
okay.
you can literally go anywhere in the world.
I don't want to go literally anywhere in the world, Tim. I want to be here. I'm happy here.
Okay.
And that is fine. I just don't think that that's a good fit for me.
Wow. Okay. You're something. The judgment from you right now is crazy. Like, people can live their lives however they want.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, you can. You can. And so that's what I'm choosing to do.
Let you two alley cats sort it out.
Yeah. You know what? You're on a good thing. All right. You're running around the world searching for something. And I'm right here.
Okay. Respectfully, Clara, I'm not totally sure that you're the one that's fit to comment on traveling. I don't travel to search. I travel to enjoy.
So it sounds like you guys have very different lifestyles that aren't necessarily matching up, and that's okay.
No, you're looking for something, and you could have found it right here with me in Ontario. But you know what? You can't have it now. Have a nice life.
Okay, good luck, I guess.
Yeah.
So no second date?
I don't think so. Sorry, I know we're rolling, but I want to ask you, because a couple commenters asked, what are you going to do when you're like 60? Are you still going to go by Adam Wylde? Are you going to be wild forever?
Why not?
Wild.
Why not?
No, I think it's great. I think it's great.
Well, when they're wheeling me out at the old folks home, Mr. Wild? Yeah, I think I like that.
It's wild with a Y, okay?
Okay, we're going to play a little game. This is for anybody that is not aware of and again, if you're not from Canada, that's totally fine. Welcome to the East Coast of Canada, where everybody knows everybody. It's just a one big neighborhood over 4 provinces, and it's hilarious. So New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, Newfoundland, they all know each other.
But yes, because there's the Atlantic provinces, the Maritimes, but
yeah, Atlantic provinces, I think.
Yes,
Because the Maritimes are different from Newfoundland.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
And this is the thing. Most Canadians don't even know that, but if you're from there,
you better get
there's
it right.
a difference, especially from people from Newfoundland. Oh, we're not part of the Maritimes, like, we're our own thing. By the way, have you ever met anybody from Labrador?
Yes.
From Labrador.
Yeah, I have.
Because I was not aware anybody even lived there.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful folks. Wonderful.
Yeah. I've never been to Labrador.
Resourceful. I haven't been to Newfoundland or Labrador.
I haven't
my
either.
grandfather's from Newfoundland and I've never been.
Really?
Yeah.
And it was right there the whole time?
It was right there, but it's like further than you think. Also, it's like only in the last few years that it's been like less expensive airfare. And sometimes it's not even that way. Like I know people who live in Toronto that they want to go back home to Newfoundland and Labrador and they just like financially can't because it's so expensive.
It is expensive to fly within
But we
the
can
country.
go sometime. I'd love to see it. Love to see it.
Benny says, hey, does Jax know my dad, Bruce? At one time, he was a radio announcer, but I bet that was before Jax's time. And by the way, I now do have his last name.
Bruce?
He is the car sales manager at Trimac Toyota in Port Hawkesbury.
Oh.
Bruce does the majority of the dealership commercials, which are often aired on the Maritime CTV segments.
CTV Atlantic? Yes.
He feels like everywhere we go, somebody knows my dad. So I'm betting Jax probably knows Bruce from Port Hawkesbury.
Port Hawkesbury. So that was he on the Hawk?
I'm assuming he probably was.
It's like 105 the Hawk, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Bruce. The name sounds familiar,
So
but I don't.
his name is Bruce Lee.
Oh.
Do you know Bruce Lee? Not the movie actor Bruce Lee.
Am I allowed to look?
Sure.
See if I know. Bruce Lee, Port Hawkesbury. Oh my God,
Have you ever seen this man?
He's quite Googleable, hey? He's quite famous.
Well, listen, he's famous.
Yeah.
Do you know him? Have you come across each other?
I'm looking, hang on. He looks very familiar. Like very familiar. I've seen his face for sure. I don't know. I don't know if I know. I don't know if I know him, but I want to know him.
You know what? I bet Bruce has met you. And now he thinks you're big wheeling him.
I don't think
you're big timing him.
I think Bruce is too big for me.
Yeah.
I think Bruce is busy as hell, and I don't think I met Bruce. But he looks really familiar. And look at that picture of him on. He's kind of like
he's a distinguished gentleman.
He's kind of flirting in that. In that picture.
He is a little bit sassy in there.
Maybe I want to know Bruce. No, I'm sorry. That's not what the segment's about.
I can't wait for him to see this.
A very nice man. He seems like a wonderful man.
Next
talented.
question: favorite celebrity you've ever interviewed?
Me? You go first.
Favorite?
Yeah.
I think the person who brings it.
Yeah.
There are a couple of people that bring it. Pitbull brings it. If Pitbull is gonna, I know it's the second Pitbull mentioned in one episode. It's crazy. Pitbull brings it. He's there to promote. Will Smith brings it. He's there to promote.
Okay.
I remember I did the Suicide Squad junket.
Yeah.
And I woke up and Cara Delevingne and Margot Robbie had been out partying the night before. And I saw it in Page 6 and I was like, oh, we're going to have an interesting junket today. And they were like green. Like they were hungover. Yeah. They didn't say a thing. And Will Smith was in between them. And he was like, what's up, man? How's it going? Like and they didn't say a freaking word.
Nothing,
like the one word answers from and it's because, listen, they're hungover. Like I don't blame them for that.
Really hard to do that.
But Will was like, sell.
Yeah.
And I know his career's taken a hit since the slap, but that guy sells. And that's the thing as an interviewer in an entertainment scenario is like, just come on, sell your music, sell your movie, whatever. And let's have some fun. And because I'm not Barbara Walters. I'm not sitting down with you for 60 minutes.
You're a great interviewer though. You've done a lot of long form interviews.
But when you're at a junket, that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to get any Will Smith revelations at the Suicide Squad junket.
Yeah.
So I would say that those two stand out in particular because no matter when you talk to them, no matter what time, they are kind, generous,
ready to go,
forthcoming, and they know how to make a clip. And then that just makes you as an interview look good to your news director back home.
I would say, it wasn't really, I have two, but it wasn't really an interview, but we had, you remember when Richard Branson came to town?
Oh my God,
and
yes.
then I did the,
from Virgin.
I climbed
You did the CN Tower
Edge walk. I did the
walk.
CN Tower Edge walk
Which,
with
but
him.
for anybody that doesn't know, there's a gigantic tower in Toronto. It's huge. It's a radio tower, but it's also a tourist destination. And you can get harnessed in and literally walk to the edge of it outside and hang back. And it's terrifying.
And I did that with him, and I hate height. Like I everything in my body didn't want to do that. And then it was so interesting hearing about him from him. And he held my hand while we went on it. And he was gentle. He was like this rich English papa who was also like, I've lived a life and I want to tell you about it. And I felt safe with him. And then the other AJ from the Backstreet Boys, just because we danced and he was so much fun.
Great.
He's also like,
can we feature that? Can we put a clip of that in the show? Your AJ dance?
Ask the Wizard.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
You see that?
We probably can.
Here,
we probably can, yeah.
Just put it in because it's amazing.
Yeah, he danced with me and we talked about sobriety. We talked about recovery. And this was just in the hallways. This wasn't even as much on the air because you were there for the interview.
Yep.
And he was tremendously genuine and also generous with his time, which I loved. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Can I also answer?
Yeah.
I don't interview myself, but I film the interviews.
Oh yeah,
Who do you like?
You've seen a lot of people.
One, Louis Capaldi.
Yeah, he's a blast.
I never got to interview him.
He's so much fun.
I would love to talk to him.
When I tell you I was trying to stop myself from laughing behind the camera, I never have been in an interview like that.
Excellent.
It was so funny. And The Rock.
Oh, so Dwayne is like that. Dwayne The Rock Johnson
So
is like that
nice.
too.
Oh,
sell. I've never interviewed him.
Oh, you've never?
No, never interviewed.
He's so nice.
Yeah.
He was really, really
and
cool.
he shakes, doesn't he? He goes through, he shakes everybody's hands. He looks you in the eye. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? And it's interesting. So he goes sometimes to sporting events if he's got a movie and he'll get the chant going.
Yeah.
So in Toronto, he did a Leaf game.
What?
And they just brought him out during one of the commercial breaks.
Surprise.
And he was like, he was like, because he's The Rock and he knows how to get a stadium going. But Go Leafs Go is the chant. And he got them to say, let's go Leafs. And it became a thing. And what I know is that his PR, he would have been upset with his PR people if they let him astray on that because he wants to make sure every town he's in, it's the right. He's very detailed that way.
Is he just huge?
Oh my God. He is massive.
Yeah, big boy.
I would love a hug. You know what I mean?
You would disappear.
I would. He'd pick me up.
Yes. Yeah.
I bet you'd love a hug from him too.
You know what? Actually, I've never seen him in person, but a guy I've seen that is probably comparable in size is Alan Richardson, who is Reacher from.
Huge.
They shoot that here in Ontario, and I was on. So I live sort of near the beach in Toronto, which is sort of an oxymoron if you're Canadian, but 6 weeks of the year, it's amazing. And last summer, I was walking down the boardwalk with my wife and he walked by and I swear to God, his arms, it was like a bowling ball.
Oh, you can't
it's like
miss
he's
him.
carrying two big bowling balls around.
You can't miss him.
And he was with his family and everybody I texted about, they're like, well, did you say hi? I'm like, no, I'm not going to bug him when he's with his family, but he's massive. I would like a hug.
It's like when you see Jacob Elordi around town when he was here last year. It's like he's so tall, you know exactly who it is.
Is he that
he's
tall?
Huge, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and he's beautiful.
Most actors are like little pint-sized little
How
things.
tall is
They're like
he?
little chess pieces.
I think I'm going to say Jacob Elordi's like 6'3".
No, he's taller than that for sure.
I don't know.
I met Daniel Radcliffe once,
Oh.
who might be the most famous person I've ever met because he's so worldwide famous because of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And he did like a local movie based in Toronto. It's like a love story. And I forget what it was called, but I was there at the screening and he and the lead actress were there. And I could not believe how tiny they both were.
A little,
All of them though. But like every actor you meet, they're like tiny little, like, what do they always say? Tom Cruise is like 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah.
Like they're all tiny little things.
Do you want to know why?
Why?
Hogwarts. Magic.
Oh, the magic keeps them short.
When you go to that school, you were little.
Is that
Jacob Elordi's 6'5", which is huge.
Really?
Well, Adam,
6'5".
yeah, he's 6'5", and Adam's only 5'11", so like he's a lot taller than you.
That's crazy.
Far taller.
Far taller.
Favorite destination to travel to?
Oh, I love Los Angeles. Like I feel like I should go somewhere more global. With this
you want.
Answer.
My God, you could say Port Hawkesbury. Who cares?
I love going to see Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
I love Los Angeles.
I love going to see the Blue Nose.
Yeah, in where? Where's the Blue Nose at? Adam?
It's in. It's my favorite place in Nova Scotia, and I can't pull it out right now. The Blue Nose too. It's in.
Oh wait,
no, it's near Acadia, isn't it? Is it near Acadia University?
No, it's Lunenburg.
Lunenburg.
It's on the South Shore.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Go see Lunenburg.
Across the province.
Yeah.
I would say Los Angeles, and not like downtown LA, but like in like
Santa
the hills.
Monica or
no, like in the hills, like where you can like go hiking,
so
like in
on
the on the
near
other
the
side.
Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, it's very cool.
What about
for
you?
me, it's London, England.
Oh,
I absolutely love it there. Every time I go, I'm like, God, I had this sort of pipe dream that I wanted to do radio there when I was in my early 20s. So I used to apply for radio stations across
I
the
didn't
channel.
know that.
And actually, one of the people I applied to ended up being my boss here in Canada. Was your boss too? Kiss. And so it's funny. Like I wanted to get over there. My grandfather had British citizenship, so I could have actually done it. But I love London. London to me is first off, love history.
Yeah.
So I'm all about the history. So you can you can go see a Roman wall. You can go see, where they kept a king once he was deposed. And like you can, and here's where the king kept his royal menagerie of like lions and giraffes and like crazy stuff like that. And then you can go see things that are extremely modern and like crazy museums, and the pubs I love a pub scene. When you walk through London at night and you're in the right area, or at least it used to be this way. I haven't been since before COVID, excuse me. But like people are outside with their pints and they're
wild,
drinking, and then they go back in.
Yeah.
And they're all smoking. They're all smoking.
Yeah.
I don't smoke, but I'm always like, that looks like a really comfortable night. Everybody's all crowded together. It's sort of drizzly and rainy.
Yeah.
They're having a cigarette. They're drinking a pint.
Being
and they're
hot
just
and fashionable.
speaking. They're just talking. It's great.
I was there for 70 hours. I covered this is going to sound way cooler than it was, but I covered the royal wedding when Harry and Meghan got married.
Yes.
And I went over to Windsor for that, but I've never been properly, and I was so jet lagged that everything felt crazy, but I'm going back in June. Okay. So I will go and report for you if
you get the chance. Hop the train to Liverpool and Manchester.
To go see a game?
No. Liverpool's where the Beatles are from. And there's the club that they started out in, the Cavern Club, which is literally a cavern, is still open. And it is very, very, very cool.
They sing Hey Jude.
They sing Hey Jude, yeah.
I'm just trying to get you going. I'm just trying to get John Lennon. No, I'm just trying to get you.
What's your recommendation? What should we watch? What should we read? What should we do?
Okay, like again, I'm just still rewatching the entire Girls series, and like Lena Dunham's getting on my last nerve.
Yeah, that's why.
I know.
It's an annoying series.
I know it's annoying, seriously, but like it's brilliant, and it has there's so many references now that I understand. However, I will say that I am going to start. Why am I blanking on?
I'm not going to help you now.
Adam, don't leave me out here. It just came out on Netflix. It hasn't been out. Black Mirror, for God's sakes.
Oh.
The new season's out, and I want to see it. There's so many good actors in it.
Does Black Mirror hit as hard now that everything feels like Black Mirror?
I don't know.
I
haven't seen the new season.
Because that's what people are saying.
I watched the first episode of the new season. It's insane.
Okay, I'm in. Yeah, I'm in.
It's crazy.
They're saying like that makes you feel the same way. There's another weird series called Love and Death and Robots or something. And that's just, both of them are so dystopian that sometimes they don't hit the same as they used to when they came out because things have become a little dystopian.
Well, and I forgot, I am also watching, you're going to get me going on this one.
I love this. I'm ready.
A Handmaid's Tale is back out. The last season, it's the last season, so I'm just watching out of commitment now. And it is too realist. Like it's too on the nose. I'm like, oh, this is like actually what's happening. And it's bizarre. And it makes me incredibly sad. But here we are still watching it. Yeah. Here I am. Well, me and Elizabeth getting depressed.
On a happier note, something that I think you'll love. I am because I audiobook everything. I'm listening to a book called Live from New York. It's Saturday night. And it's about Saturday Night Live from its inception. And so like the first chapter, it's all about how the only reason Saturday Night Live exists is because Johnny Carson, who was NBC's big late night host, and he was a god of late night in a way that we can't relate to because we never grew up with that. Like, you know, we had Leno and Letterman, and then we had Conan for a bit and whatever.
Now we have Jimmy Kimmel.
And now we have Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon, and you know, like, but Johnny Carson was a god of his day, right? And he was brilliant and whatever. And one day he basically goes in and goes, I want you to stop rerunning my shows on Saturday nights.
And so they had to have
they had to scramble. They had a year to figure it out because he gave them a fair warning thing in his contract. He said, you got a year. I guess it caused more work for him too. I don't know why. And he said, I'm done.
Interesting.
And so we're going to do something else. And it's so interesting because Saturday Night Live, and this is where I get a little patriotic, is very Canadian. It's as much as everybody associates it with New York and whatever, it started with a Canadian producer who was still there, Lorne Michaels.
Yeah. I didn't know Lorne Michaels is Canadian.
Canadian
How do
guy
I not know that?
from Toronto.
What?
And it's interesting. So they're actually interviewing all the people that were there. A lot of the head writers, the head of the guy that put the band together.
Interesting.
Lauren's wife who was involved, whatever. They're all Canadians. And so what Lauren was,
because Mike Myers was on there to begin with.
Yes,
right?
Mike Myers was on there. Dan Aykroyd's on there. I mean, Mike Myers didn't start, but Dan Aykroyd did. He was first season. And it was interesting. Gilda Radner, Canadian, Vancouver. And it was so interesting because first off, this is like when there was like 4 channels, right? And they're like, let's do a show that's completely live because we've gotten away from this live format thing and we want to go back to that. And let's make it for teenagers and people in their early 20s and 30s on a Saturday night. And one of the guys from the NBC research group is like, hey, so you're making a show for young people on a night that they're out, that they're not watching TV. Yeah. And there's no way to record it.
Yeah.
If you miss it, you miss it. It's done. And so for every reason, this show shouldn't have worked. And actually, Lorne Michaels was, obviously a Canadian producer first. And so he was working at the CBC and he was pitching and he was pitching and he was pitching. And he recants a story where he talks about how he goes to the CBC and he goes, I got this idea for a show. It's not Saturday Night Live. It's something else. And the CBC guy goes, look, what are you doing here? And Lauren kind of pauses.
Yeah.
And he goes, like, you want to do something like that? You got to go to the States. Meaning, if you're good, why are you staying in Canada?
Interesting.
And that is why it's so Canadian. Because all the really, really strong Canadian comedic talents went to the States.
And then open up the door for a bunch.
It's so good.
Okay, but I have to, as interesting as this is, and I'm glad that you did you finish the audiobook you were talking about last week or the week before? Because I feel like you're not finishing audiobooks.
No, I am.
How many books you crushing these days?
I usually have a couple on the go. Because sometimes like Mel Robbins, right?
You didn't finish Let Them, did you?
No, I finished it. Right. But Let Them Theory is good, but then there are certain parts of it where it's like, oh, this applies directly to me, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for that right now.
Fair.
So you need to move off to like sometimes I'll switch to sometimes I put on audiobooks in the car for Everly. So I'll put on like Paddington Bear, and you can put that on.
Oh, yes.
And
Everly listens to Paddington.
She loves Paddington, loves Paddington Bear, loves the movies, loves it, whatever. So I'll put those on. Sometimes I'll just put it on for myself because it's like fanciful, and sometimes life can be so serious that you're like,
cozy little bear.
Yeah. And then I was talking about the Facebook book, and it's like very dark. So you sometimes don't want to feel dark. You want
to listen to Paddington and you want to listen to SNL. And I get it, Adam. Get a little lightness in those golden pants.
I'll be straight up. I haven't finished reading this yet, but I'm absolutely crazy about it. Like I can't stop listening to it.
Keep crushing it. Keep
You're just mad at me because you recommended the same thing 2 weeks in a row.
Keep crushing that book. I gotta crush these books in my truck.
All right, that's it for us today. But of course, we will be back next week, and we want your questions coming in. If anything came up today, or you're like, you know what, I'm gonna ask those guys this question, and it doesn't have to be about us. That's the thing with the questions is like it can be a life issue that you're having.
You can ask us anything.
It can be Ask Jax.
No, that's not a segment. That's not a segment.
It is now.
There's no.
The interview.
Ask the Jax. Golden pants.
Yeah. So make sure that you hit us up on Instagram, on YouTube, wherever, and you can leave your comments and that sort of thing. We read them all, and Jax is going to respond to them all. Every single one of them. I'm kidding. No, she's not.
I may. I'm lonely.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.